Hello everybody, welcome back to a new Movie Nights video. This is going to be more just sort of a video that I just wanted to make. I put it out on social media, and if I should make this video, I got some feedback saying that I should, so I figured might as well do this. But before we really get into any of this, it's very important to point out the coronavirus is affecting a whole lot more than just movies and the movie industry and movie theaters. You know, people are losing their lives. So I just wanted to say, obviously, there are more important things to talk about in terms of this virus, but we're a movie channel. That's what we do. It's what we talk about. So I wanted to sort of bring up how, in particularly, this virus is affecting movie theaters, especially coming from the perspective of me and my day job is that I'm an assistant manager at a movie theater. So with that in mind, let's kind of get into how this is affecting movie theaters. And I don't plan on this video being very long. I'm going to try and condense it as much as possible just to really just kind of get the point across of how potentially financially catastrophic this can really be. Back in November or October of last year, our theater, the one that I particularly work at, got an email from our corporate saying that 2020 was going to be a year that was very financially difficult for our theater and just for pretty much every theater, as the attendance for 2020 and movie going was projected to be significantly less than that of 2019, which makes sense considering 2019 broke the record for box office and had a bunch of releases, especially on Disney's side. And, pretty much we'd got an email saying, hey, pretty much we're going to cut the payroll budget in half. We're going to do a bunch of things to try and save money because of the low attendance. And for those of you who may not realize, movie theaters don't rack in as much money as you think they do, even the big ones. They're very much so make money on a day-by-day basis and just try to see if they're in the black at the end of the year, and then they not always are. It's a very, very complicated structure and system, movie theaters are. And with that being said, before the virus even happened, my theater in particular, and if you work at a theater and your theater did the same thing, please comment and let us know. We were already being held back on our resources due to just the expected poor performance of the box office this year compared to last year. So already we were preparing for a bad year, and then this virus happens. Now, a little perspective as to where I'm at. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I live in sort of a low-income area. The movie-going audience at my theater are mostly people who can't really afford to go to the Orlando theme parks, and they want to have something fun to do during the week, on the weekend, so they come to our theater. So naturally, when this news of the virus first happened, and then Disney closed, which was huge, we started expecting, everyone's going to come to our theater now because Disney's closed. And, just a personal anecdote, back when I used to work in the box office, I used to have a dad who would come in like twice a week with 3 kids, and he would just ask me, what do you have that's playing in 3D? And it didn't matter what we had. Whatever what was playing in 3D is what he would take his kids to see, and he would hype up his kids like, we're going to watch something in 3D. And you could tell that was just kind of his way of taking his kids to Disney, was just by going to see something in 3D. So a lot of our audience are people who are similar to that, and that they just want to come to have a fun weekend at a relatively inexpensive cost. Well, inexpensive compared to theme parks. Movies are kind of expensive. So this week is going to be the real test of that. Are people going to stay inside and self-quarantine and, social distancing like they're supposed to? Or in our particular area, are we going to get an influx of people due to everything else being closed? We're really going to find out this week. It could really go either way. Now, the rest of the world seems to be, doing the social distancing, staying inside thing. And because, some of the precautions that were taken, like AMC and Regal, for example, they cut their seats in half by 50%. Regal were even putting, I think, 3 spaces in between seats on their reserved seating. They were trying to take as many precautions as possible because it's very rare that movie theaters close. I'm pretty sure they didn't close for 9/11. They didn't close for any war. Movie theaters have kind of always stayed open. And we just found out, the day I'm recording this video, last night it was announced that in LA and New York, all movie theaters are closing down. This is huge. This is not something that would normally happen on any circumstance. And I wouldn't be shocked if that goes nationwide within the next few days. It's really going to be telling on how much business we're doing. Because not only is there a virus that's preventing people from going outside, but movie distributors, in a very smart move, have prevented new releases from coming out. So you have movies like A Quiet Place 2, Mulan, The New Mutants, Antlers, and even more movies, Trolls, Peter Rabbit. All these movies are being taken off of the release schedule. So as of right now, there's not going to be a new theatrical movie released for a little over a month. which even without a virus would have been catastrophic for movie theaters, but with the virus, this is really bad. And considering that movie theaters don't make a whole lot of money in the first place, this is not a good time to be working at a movie theater. And look, no one's going to blame you if you decide not to go to the movies because of everything that's going on. You know, you should try to stay as safe as possible and not go out much. However, if you at all value the movie-going experience, whenever this is over, however long it takes, please go out and support movie theaters, because this is going to be a hard financial hit for us. Now, movie theaters are taking several precautions to keep people less at risk, not risk-free, but at less of a risk for the coronavirus. Then they're also taking some, financial routes too, which, I'm not going to get into because that would just be inappropriate with, some of the inside information that I have. They're going to keep people and guests and employees as safe as possible. They have, trust me when I say that they have every possible scenario outlined for if this happens, here's how we're going to handle it. And it's going to be something. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the closing of the theaters goes nationwide soon. But with that being said, if it does, when movie theaters come back, please be there and go to the movies, because the movie theaters have kind of always been there for the people during hard times. And, this is a situation where if you love movies, you have to support them now more than ever. So that was my kind of just quick little thoughts on how this coronavirus can potentially affect movie theaters and how bad it could potentially get. If you have any other questions about certain specifics of this and you'd like to leave them in the comments below, maybe we'll make more videos about it. In the meantime, our channel, Movie Nights, we're going to be making some fun videos throughout the week just to keep people entertained. Obviously not going to be as many reviews or reactions because everything that's going on, but we're going to be just kind of diving into the past of movies, asking fun questions, and eventually we'll get the podcast going again so that, we can have sort of longer sit-down, hangout videos, especially for people who aren't going to be doing many things. But thank you guys so much for watching this, and we hope to see you soon.